I think the game plan was really well executed. We knew we were playing against a Washington team that really thrives when their forward player gets a lot of space and they want to come in to attack these unbalanced moments that can happen from a team that's being broken in high press, or it can come from counter-attacking moments. So we were disciplined and we didn't allow the game to become that so much. What we would have liked more is to have more possession on the ball on their half. And I think it was a difficult game because they pressed a little bit more intense and aggressive than we had anticipated. And it almost felt that all the time when you broke their pressure, there was this kind of good situation where you could create something. So it led to us having a lot of dangerous attacks, but also having a lot of short attacks. And when that accumulates over the whole game, I think it paints a picture that wasn't troublesome for us, because I do think we controlled it in the way we play defense, but it ideally we would have controlled it more with the ball there, and I think we would have created more as well. So that part there is sort of something we need to continue to work on.
And then can you just talk about the way that the team responded to the physicality of this match, and just on both sides being able to take some load, but also being able to maintain that physicality?
Yeah, we know in this league, I don't think it's possible to be successful if you can't handle the physical side of the game. This sport will always exist of three components. It will be a running sport, it will be a duel sport, and it will be a ball sport. And it sort of is in that order as well. And you need to run, you need to duel in order to earn the right to play. And that's the same for us, and it's the same for every team around the globe. So, and we know Washington is one of the most aggressive teams in the league. So for us to be able to match them and sometimes exceed them tonight was really, really good. And we're at our best when we're able to bring that side to the game as well. Thank you.
Jordan, go.
Are there times where individual matchups against the opposing team override your preferred formation, what you're just seeing internally on the
Yeah, it could be, and that you sort of have like a qualitative advantage on one or certain player, but I do think, it's part of the decision making. Did you have anything in mind today that was from that?
No, I was just specifically curious because there are specific threats on other teams, like really high speed, that I'm curious if that factors into your minutes that you play people and your decision.
Yeah, of course it does that. Like, so for today, for example, we knew it was going to be a little bit more physical game, and we knew that was an important component. So in team selection then, we might prefer a more physical player towards another player type, for example. Yeah, definitely. But it's more like that we're doing than rather changing the whole system around that. But yes, obviously it influences my decision making.
And then one more on that, we did see a high game of transitions happening today. What is a strategy that you guys can use in order to continue to dictate the tempo?
Put our foot on the ball. It really is like that. You have to feel the rhythm of the game. And as I said, it was a difficult game because every time you went into their half, you could almost smell danger. But when you have had 25 minutes in a row without having any established attacks, then we need to take the decision to put our foot on the ball, get our players up, and actually be patient, and play the situation bigger, better, upgrade the situation, force them to come lower in order to dictate the tempo. This was the opportunity that we could do that, because every time we tried to play out from the back, and you could see that they were pressing so aggressively, so like we never had time to relax on the ball there, which is fine, like that suits us well, but then we need to find those moments better on the attacking half than we did today. So that is really the next level for us. With a game, I'm happy with a lot of things. That part there, we should be able to do a little bit better. Thank you.
Sebastian?
Washington was on a 5-game
Uh, I think that is difficult because I think this is a league where you can't get carried away. Like we also had a five-game winning streak, and it's all about the next game and how you do that. And you have to stay humble, put your feet on the ground, work hard, and we're gonna go to Houston. It's gonna be a difficult game going there on Wednesday, so we're focusing on that.
And Trinity Byers made her first start, first goal. What can you tell me about her performance tonight and kind of the journey she's had to reach this point?
Obviously, it's been a journey for both for you guys that's been following it from afar, but also from us following it up close. Like it's been a longer journey that we probably thought when she signed for the club that it was gonna take this many months for her to get her first professional start. But every journey is individual, and she has been working so hard, and it's also full credit to our performance and medical team together with her and to bringing her to this point. And one thing we see with her is she's a phenomenal finisher. One of the best finishers that I've seen in the game. So when she gets opportunities, she will score a lot of goals. And I think the goal she scored today was a good example of that. And yeah, that was really nice to see. And sometimes we need to be able to, when we know we're going to work hard with our attacking players in the game, it's important to start the game, but it's also important to finish the game. So, I mean, I think we utilized the squad, if you look at our forward setup today, in a really, really good way, where we're able to get 3 fresh players on in half time and being able to inject new energy into the game.
Last question, Abraham?
Could you speak a little bit to the defensive performance by your outside backs today? And Kenza and Ronnie both had some really tough players that they had to deal with.
Yeah, it was good to see that we could handle that, because that is obviously a threat of Washington. And when they are coming down to trying to beat a more compact team, I think a lot of times Washington end up being a team that tries to go on the side, and they end up relying a lot on the quality that they have on their individual players on these 1v1 situations. So we knew that was going to be a key factor. But I think both Pearl and Mimi has shown in, like before in the season as well, they're excellent 1v1 defenders. And I honestly think like Washington, their fullbacks as well were doing that. It was a game of probably 4 really good fullbacks in dealing with those situations. So made the game a little bit tougher to open up, but also shows the quality of the league.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the victory to you both. What can you tell us about the way that the game plan that Jonas and the coaching team set up for today, and the way that it was executed, and then Kimmi, could you just take us through that goal here at the end?
You're not gonna do that every question. No, I think the game plan was really to break the press. I think the teams now are really pressing high on the 2-6s to stop us to build from the back, and we need to find solution. I think we did. We scored a great goal, 2 great goals, and I think we executed well. We were better definitely in second half, and it's never easy to beat a good team like them, and yeah, we're happy with the win.
Can you take me through the goal at the end?
Yeah, I think set pieces are a huge part of the game, and at training we've been practicing the delivery and the finishing, and I think it just came off. Kenza put a good ball in, and I was just lucky enough to be at the end of it.
Cool. Next one. Jordan?
When you're out of possession right now, what are the signs you're looking for in the other team in order to jump and press versus stay compact when they have, pretty aggressive threats?
I mean, we got some trigger. We try always to be a high press team, but I think sometimes you need to stay compact. You need to pick your moment. We know that Washington are really good in transition. All they want to do is you to jump high and play behind. So you need to find a middle. We definitely, as I say, has some trigger like back pass and stuff, but the front three are the one to start the press, and then we are the one to follow. So it's literally a question of timing. And I think actually defensively we've been great recently.
We're going to go to Fernando on Zoom really quickly. Fernando, you can go for it right now.
Awesome, thank you. Just a quick question for both of you guys. It seems like you guys have kind of a big sister, little sister dynamic out there. The way you guys, as soon as you scored, you ran over to Kenza, and the first thing you guys do is the famous celebration together. Just how awesome was that for you guys to be able to do that together? It looked like you guys have been planning it for a while.
Go on.
Yeah, we have been planning it for a while, and yeah, Kenza has a lot of experience, so I love to play with her and learn from her, and yeah, I think we play well together.
That's my turn. I always end up speaking about Kimmi in every interview I'm doing. No, everyone knows my my preference for Kimmi as a player and as a person. I think she's an incredible talent, and I'm really hard on her every day. But because I see the potential, and we just have a connection in and off the pitch, and I'm really happy that this season she can actually show what she's capable, and see her playing with a smile. So that's all we ask from her.
Thank you, Fernando. Was it just that question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. We'll go back in the room to Jenny.
I have a question for both of you about how you guys handle such a physical team that's constantly pushing you guys to the limits. How does that affect your game plan when you're facing such a hard team?
You got it.
I think what we missed last season was a little bit of character and personality. In moments like when we were playing high intensity game, I feel like we were missing a little bit of that, and I think this season we've been great in the duel and stuff. We don't want to be this nice team that just play nice football, and players or teams come here and think that we're soft. I hate that. So every time we play a team like Washington with a lot of personality, I ask the team to be brave and to answer the duel and to play like we at home. So yeah, I think this season we got a lot of personality with and without the ball, and this is how you're gonna win something.
Beck?
Kenza, there was a moment when Gabby went down. You were back to back with Trinity. Was that you just protecting your player, or what was going on there? I saw a little.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want anyone around my player when she's on the floor. So yeah, it's definitely a team situation that no one is around my teammates. And if she want to be around, I can stay between. She actually, I think, asked me if I'm doing good like this. I say, yeah, we can stay like that for the whole time. I don't mind.
Abraham?
You mentioned personality and playing with a smile. How much has that changed from last year to this year in developing that for the team? Because it does seem like the team has a different element of that.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to get that. You don't build that from like a day to another. And I always say that we need to take pride in what we're doing with personality, because teams, like nice teams don't win. And we can be nice to each other, but we can't be nice with the opponent. So we're here to win. We have ambition, and we need to see it on the pitch. And that starts with playing the duel, playing with personality. And personality is not only without the ball, it's with the ball as well. Being brave, I think some of the situation tonight, like we were really brave. We play like a rondo inside our box. Not every team can do that. I think we play a little bit with the nerves of people, but this is show how brave we are and how what type of personality we want to have as a team.
Do you have a last question in the room? All good? Cool. Thank you, guys.
For taking me for participating.